What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Infinity War video. So there will be spoilers for Infinity War in this upcoming video, so if you don't want to be spoiled, then please do head away and come back, but there will be spoilers. So if you're new to the channel, please do consider dropping a like on this video and subscribing down below with notifications on, and checking out our social media links down below as well. So it's not long until we've got Infinity War. I will be seeing Black Panther tomorrow, so I will hopefully be doing my review possibly tomorrow or Wednesday, depending on how long it takes to record. But Infinity War is the next movie after Black Panther, so expect my review and some Easter eggs as well. But first, let's talk about Infinity War, and more specifically, Thor in Infinity War. Thor-finity War. So we've had the new weapon that Thor will be wielding actually leaked, and well, Thor in Infinity War is going to be an interesting one because he is actually going to be joining the Guardians of the Galaxy, kind of. As we know in the trailer, he wakes up after the attack of the Asgardians by Thanos, or at least his children, using the ship Sanctuary 2, as it's been confirmed by Kevin Feige. So we know as well that he is also in a bad way. He's lost his eye, he's lost Mjolnir, and it's not going well for him whatsoever. Hela destroyed his weapon, which basically makes him him. His hammer is iconic of the character. So him having no axe really isn't a good thing. So it does seem like Thor will be going on his separate mission with the Guardians. I expect he will actually be telling everyone, the Guardians, what happened and that he was attacked by these people. And I expect that Gamora will know all about the children of Thanos. She'll probably have some idea of the different characters like Corvus Glaive and things like that. So it definitely makes sense that he is the one that gets picked up, or kind of they're the ones that find Thor here because they'll know all about Thanos. And Drax, I assume, will want to go and smash the face out of him, and they will of course be aware that there is actually going to be a threat towards him collecting all of these Infinity Stones, if they don't know already. But like I said, they will be going on a separate mission. So we know from the leaks that most of the Guardians are actually going to find the Collector and try and stop the Infinity Stone that he holds from being taken. So this leaves the rest. This leaves Thor, Groot, and, well, I guess teenage Groot now, as we saw him in the trailer playing his Game Boy, or some sort of retro game that Peter Quill actually has. And he will be, of course, joined by Rocket Raccoon, who is one of my favourite characters in the MCU, of course. Now, we do know that they will be going to Nidavellir, which I really hope I've pronounced that correctly, because, well, I'm not good at pronouncing things, but they will be heading here, and this is the forge. So these dwarves are the ones who actually forge all of these weapons, and they are a big part of the Nine Worlds. They were briefly seen in Thor: The Dark World as well. And they have an alliance with Asgard, as Odin actually stopped a rock troll invasion of this planet. So they have they're on good terms with Asgard. Now, I'm assuming that Thor will be all-knowing that there is a huge threat coming, and he will actually need a brand new weapon. Now, the other thing as well, the Soul Gem could be here. This could be one of the kind of crazy places that the Soul Gem actually is, but we don't know. That's just one thing to throw out there as well. Now, I'm going to throw it out there that this is their visit to Nidavellir is because, well, he needs a new weapon. A new weapon is insanely needed because, well, we know that Thor is actually able to summon his lightning. He doesn't use his weapon to focus it, as we saw in Thor Ragnarok. He used this to great effect. So he will actually get a new axe, or possibly a hammer-axe combo. So Ultimate Thor did actually have a really neat axe-hammer combo. And this has actually been featured in the Ultimate storyline, so in the Ultimate line of comics, where a lot of this actually gets inspiration. A lot of the MCU has actually spun out of the Ultimate Thor Ultimate storylines. So, especially with Nick Fury being black and things like that, it really did kind of kickstart that, and it's really, really cool because then that gave us Samuel L. Jackson being Nick Fury, which is what we all absolutely love. But he did iconically have a different weapon here. He also has the really cool armor as well that looks a lot cooler than the classic Thor, in my opinion. But we also have Yarnborn. Now, Yarnborn is something else. Now, Yarnborn was a weapon that Thor actually used long before having Mjolnir. So this was basically an axe weapon that he used, and a lot of us were thinking that this would be the weapon that he would have, although personally I was expecting more of a sort of ultimate Thor weapon, which looked, in my opinion, a lot cooler. However, this is the weapon that he's going to get. It is the Stormbreaker. Now, the Stormbreaker is really, really curious, just for a couple of reasons, in the fact that, well, it's different to what he's had before, and, well, it is sort of an amalgamation of two things. It's an amalgamation of the Ultimate Thor's hammer-axe combo, and also the wooden handle that was used Yarnborn. So what is cool here is the fact that it's got a really dope name, Stormbreaker. It's Thor, Stormbreaker. Yeah, you get it. You get the gist. It just sounds amazing. But the curious thing here is, well, maybe he will make it himself. As we've seen a few things actually pop up in the trailers where he's controlling a forge and things like that. This could also be where Peter Dinklage is going to play in. We know he is going to play a role within the Infinity War. It's been kept very, very secret, but maybe he could be one of these dwarves who is actually creating this weapon. I think he'd play a good role, and this would be an integral role in the movie, in my opinion, so he would fit a huge, kind of a big and really amazing actor like himself. But Stormbreaker is the name of another weapon. It is the name of Beta Ray Bill's weapon. Now, while he has this weapon, it's not specifically... It doesn't look very similar to the Stormbreaker that we've got here in the movie. It is a hammer, and it's got a bit of an axe at the end. But this weapon was created by Odin. Oh, well, it was commissioned by Odin, and it was created by the dwarves of Nidvalir as well. So this was used after the battle when Surtur actually destroyed Beta Ray Bill's people. So Beta Ray Bill was incredibly involved with Surtur, which was again one of the villains in Thor Ragnarok, which is a really, really big thing here that we're introducing someone like Beta Ray Bill, or at least the weapon that he actually uses. So Beta Ray Bill then went on to kind of take the mantle of Thor. During the fight, we actually had Mjolnir separate from Thor, and then Beta Ray Bill actually took up this item and then used the powers and became who he was, and then, well, he gave it back and he took the hammer of Stormbreaker for himself, and then the rest is history. Went on to be a kind of Thor knockoff. And he was actually one of the Corbinites. So we know that Phase 4 is going to be very cosmic based, and Beta Ray Bill being involved with this works really, really well. And Beta Ray Bill was actually featured in Thor Ragnarok as one of the champions in the towers. He was one of the champions in that tower. So it's really, really curious that they're introducing so many Beta Ray Bill things. And perhaps Beta Ray Bill could already exist, and then he'll get the hammer off Thor, perhaps. Or the Corbinites will be one of the things. They were also actually kind of... They escaped on ships quite similar to the characters in Thor Ragnarok as well. So there are quite a lot of things here that we could head into. But I do think they are heading towards the maybe introducing Beta Ray Bill in the future, although it would look incredibly terrifying when it's live action. However, that is it for this video. Please do drop a like, please do subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.